We're live?
Yeah.
We're live. Hello, Internet. How are you? Are you having a good day? Are you having a good night?
Yes.
Are you eating enough? Have you had
No.
water?
Yes.
Good. Good. Welcome back again to Blades in the Dark. Fingers crossed for continued good fortune. I think we'll be alright. I pray we'll be alright. You were going back to the lair. You were going to regroup, you were going to refocus, and you were going to do some gathering information about your target in Night Market. Who was going to do that and why? Where? How?
I was planning on just walking in the store and act like a customer and then come back with a different face.
Doable. That's doable. Does either Ketchal or Boo Boo have a thought?
I don't think so. I'm fine with.
I'll stimp for the
1
moment.
second.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm just vibing right now.
I mean, I just mostly thought, hey, this be good recon.
I have full faith in our compatriots' capabilities.
And then we just kick the door in and just fucking rob them.
I have no faith in our compatriots' capabilities.
I see these wonderful memes you were posting in chat. I believe
I made you a believer.
you did. Okay, it gives us all power.
The power of Klein compels you.
Clyde now? Alright, so.
Do you have an idea?
I'm sorry?
I was just seeing if Zhao had any input on this, on how we're gonna approach this.
Yeah, he's the only one left to make a statement.
I mean, we're just on the gather information part. We don't know anything yet to do a score yet.
No. Alright, so. If you have no particular way to go about. Yeah, you'd already sort of signed yourself out of doing any part of the gather information for the moment. So yeah, I guess that just kind of leaves you then, Rayford.
Go get the intel.
Very cool. All right. So, how do you go to Night Market?
I'm gonna wear a basic business outfit. I want to look the most out of place looking guy in there. Just like, yeah, this guy works in an office and he's trying to get a weird gift for his son. Pretty much the opening of Gremlins.
Fair enough.
I'm not an inventor.
Fair enough. That's only half my question, though. The main part of that was, how do you get there? Because you are currently here. Night Market is here.
Hold on.
You're basically traveling the entire length of the city to get to this place.
Damn. In that case, this is the upper class area, right? This is one of the upper class areas, right?
That is Brightstone, yes. We didn't go too much detail about Brightstone last time. We'll save that for the party, I think. But yes,
Yeah. You said
it
that
is the upper class area for sure.
I thought the aura you explained a little bit.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go that way. This is gonna fit this naive rich guy kind of look I'm going for.
So sort of a big kind of arc. Through Brightstone, then through Six Towers.
Oh shit, it's all... I thought that was it. Oh my god, I got the wrong roundabout.
Down there, my friend.
Yeah, I got the wrong roundabout. Alright, and where are these two areas right here? Going up to it.
Right there?
Yeah, these right here.
Though that is 6 towers, it was the emphasis on was the rich noble estate and whatnot, but after everyone sort of moved out into Brightstone, it's kind of fallen on hard times. The last of the old money families who haven't decided to put their fortunes into moving into Brightstone and rebuilding their mansions there are still there. I think actually the Strangford estate is there, but I could be mistaken.
This is like old Hollywood, and this is new
Essentially,
Hollywood.
yes. For the most part, though, the entirety of the old manor homes and whatnot, not Rowan, not Strangford, the entirety of the old manor homes in in 6 Towers have been converted into shanty homes, bunkhouses, tenements, that sort of thing for the public.
So it's kind of a mix of wealthy and poor living next to each other.
It's a juxtaposition of what was very clearly at one point a wealthy, manor-like estate, now just infested with the vagrants and the poor and downtrodden. There is one minor notable exception, however, and that would be the old Skurlock Mansion, located right around here. That is still owned and run by the Skurlock family. The Rowan estate is also there, but the Rowans are, well, the Rowans. They kind of section themselves off from the rest of the city overall.
In that case, I'm just going to do this really long arc, because this is all... If I go the other way, that's just ghetto. It's just straight up, this is all ghetto over here, and then the Skylanders.
Yeah, and trying to make your way through the administrative portion of the city probably isn't going to be that smart either.
Shit.
The administrative portion being right there in the middle, Charter Hall.
In the middle, so...
So I'm taking you're headed by carriage or foot?
You don't have a carriage, so foot.
So be it. It's a considerable walk. It takes you most of the day to get there. Of course, you can't really tell. It's night all the time here. Mayhaps you see the sort of purpling of the horizon, like pseudo transitions from quote unquote night to quote unquote day. Now here in the Shattered Isles. But eventually, you reach your destination, and you make your way into the night market and descend down to the 3rd level. The levels are essentially boardwalks upon boardwalks and stone masonry work all kind of stacked on top of one another. Stairs and the occasional, like, pseudo elevator, usually mostly for the sake of moving freight around, can move you around the areas from one spot to the other. For the most part, though, you're taking like the stairwell upon stairwell to get down to where you're going. They branch, it's essentially almost back alleys of stairs. You at one point do notice on your descent a statue of the aforementioned Night Queen for those few listeners who were with us at the initial time of our talk. It's a feminine-looking statue, although it's just a silhouette. There's no facial feature. There's like no really defining traits of it. It's just a silhouette of a woman in a dress, carved out of some kind of black stone for the most part. Well, that being the most impressive of the statues you see. But as you make your way down into the night market, things become, well, literally darker and darker. The lights become less street lights. They become more hanging lamps. Some aren't even powered by electroplasm. It's actual torchlight lamps hanging up and around. I want you to give me a fortune roll real fast.
Fortune roll? Shit, already?
Based on your survey, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. At some point, I got a point in there that I remember. Open the right tab. survey. Submit.
Yeah, it takes you a considerable amount of time to kind of get your bearings. Some lights actually kind of flicker off on you at some point, and you swear that you see a woman's face in the shadows at one point, looking back at you.
Oh, not her again.
It's hard impossible to say. The moment you try to focus in on it, you realize, no, that's just a bit of masonry. No, that's just a cat. And continue along your way. But eventually you do find the shop that you are looking for.
I walk up to the store, the thing, and I just kind of... I try opening it first, as if it was a normal store.
The door actually does open, yes. The sign overhead kind of reeks of half moon designed, sort of old-fashioned sign with the name Moonlight Antiques carved into it. Creaks as you open the door, and you're basically able to step inside as you will.
Is there anyone I can see at first glance?
You can't even see the desk at first glance. The entire thing is a network of shelves and baubles stacked on top of each other. It's a maze.
I walk in, I'm like, oh, geez, this is... Yeah, I don't know if I'm in a store or someone's house. I'm playing a goofball. I'm gonna get this out right now.
I see the face you're using, and I understand that implicitly. Yeah.
Trying to make him try to take advantage of me is pretty much what I'm trying to do.
That makes sense. The store is eerily quiet. There wasn't even a bell when you opened the door.
I'm just gonna wander around, picking up knickknacks here and there, and just like, well, I don't know about that. Hope this is a store. I ain't seen nobody. It's probably some hoarder's house.
The more you
talking to myself loudly. Oh no!
The more you walk around, the more you kind of become aware of the feeling that there's something watching you. The hairs on the back of your neck keep standing up, and you're glancing around you. You're trying to get a sense of where this feeling is coming from, but you can't see anyone.
I'm just gonna grab a jacket and I'm like, oh, jeez, I need to get some heat in here. Oh, well, I hope this is I keep saying that over and over again. I keep saying I hope this is a store because he has no idea where he's at. But as I keep wandering around, I'm just gonna eventually make sure to be like, what the fuck is this guy doing in here, and why is he not done anything?
Yeah, the place is a mess. It's not even organized. There's no you go to an old bookstore and they at least have it organized by genre.
No.
This place isn't even like that. You have glass baubles mixed in with haphazardly stacked on top of just loose piles of paper and all that. More than once, you actually had to very carefully catch something, make sure it doesn't fall and break.
I've been to a lot of pawn shops like this. Yes.
Yeah.
Really bad.
So,
we don't have good ones.
Eventually, though, you make your way to what looks to be the front desk. Very, very tall, very high off the ground. It's actually up to chest level for you. Behind it, you see a very tall backed chair with a very, very, very long legs, very much a raised seat on it, to the point where it sits level with the top of the desk.
Is there an end table nearby or anything I can stand on?
No.
Damn.
No, every table in here is covered with junk. There is a bell on the desk.
In that case, I'm just gonna very shove some stuff off with like the smallest table. Try to push it onto a different table.
Yeah, the moment you start moving the stuff, you hear a sort of scratching above you. But nothing else happens other than that.
I thought you were gonna say something.
No, I'm sorry.
Kind of stop and look up, and then look back at the counter, see if there's someone get their attention. If not,
There's a bell there. There's a bell.
I'll ring the bell now. I was hoping to stand on top of the stool and then ring the bell.
Yeah. Well, you can you can just reach up to it and whatnot. But yes.
Try and make this very funny.
Yeah. You ring the bell. Ding!
One moment.
And that scratching returns, and all of a sudden, from the rafters, like in the dark parts where it's just all shadow, a ladder descends down. And down from above comes a very small, berobed, and pointy hat hooded figure. His face is broad green. He's a very large, pointed nose. His ears are pointed. He's only about 3 feet tall. And as he climbs down from the ladder, he hops onto the desk, pushes the ladder back up into the ceiling, and then turns to face you as he shunters his way over to the chair and sits down in it.
Ah, hello. Welcome to Moonlight Antiques. How can I help you?
I put my hand on the counter and say, "Hello, is this daytime antiquities?"
No, it's not. You might be looking for something that doesn't exist. I do specialize in that, however.
Well, this is very surprising. For a very long time, I thought this was just a hoarder's house, but it is a very nice selection. I kind of look around, trying to point at something nice, and I'm like,
Yes, I do attempt to keep things nice and tidy, as it were. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Craver. I am here to help you find what you're looking for, Mr.
got a hold of my hand. I was like, John T. Burton.
Mr. Burton, a pleasure to meet you. A pleasure to meet you indeed. Now, Mr. Burton, how can I help you? What have you come to my store looking for? People just don't find their way here on their own, after all.
Oh, well, you know how it goes. The Mrs. Burton, it's her birthday coming up, and I want to get her something unique. Something, she keeps going on and on about something. I forgot what they're called, though. Scimitars, centers, I don't know what they are. You know how they are.
You catch his eyes glancing down to your hands. And he's looking at them. How would you describe your hands and anything you are wearing on your hands?
Hold on. How detailed does the Find Disguise kit get?
As detailed as you need it to be.
I am wearing a wedding ring.
Good, you caught on. I was worried if you would. Yes, he smiles at that.
Ah, Mrs. Burton. Must be quite a lovely lady to want to come to some place as strange as this. Very special woman, I'm sure now. You're looking for something specific. A mythical creature of some description, yes? Centaur, I believe I heard the name be offered.
That sounds about right.
Yes, I received something like that very recently. Very recently. Something that is most precious and interesting. I think it might be of interest to you as well. One moment. And he hops down out of the chair and saunters around the counter and disappears underneath one of the shelves.
Kind of wait for a bit and just keep glancing. I'm gonna roll. Can I roll study to see if I find something?
Yeah, you can roll study.
It's gonna be a good study then. I'll say if he has anything that'll pique my interest. That'll pique our interest even more. What is the position?
Make it a fortune roll. I'm not gonna be too picky here.
Right. Damn, I am doing bad tonight.
Yeah. So you don't notice a whole lot. It doesn't seem to be much of anything here. Though, it's only as Kramer's returning that you think to look underneath the table. And you see there's more to the shop.
Wait, what?
What you would thought were walls are actually just the bookshelves. There's more behind them.
Is this...
It's almost shaped like this. Let me see if I can paint a picture here for you real fast.
I understand what it is. Like, there's more shit. Like, if I look behind the bookcases, there's more to the store. He made a maze of bookcases.
It's not just a maze at this point. Like, you came in and you thought it was shaped like this. What you didn't realize is that behind those red line... Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong... What you didn't realize is behind the large red line right there is a series more of bookshelves and lines and all sorts of other antiques. The shop is at least twice as big as you initially thought it was, just because the way he has this place set up, essentially only he can move around in it.
Smart.
So, he comes back, and in his hands, he is holding what looks like a sundial of some description. A large, sort of, almost podium sundial. He's actually having to kind of semi-drag it across the floor with him. It's very thin, it's very narrow, but it is very heavy, clearly. It's made of some kind of metal. And kind of where the dial itself kind of curves up into the design, there is the design of a large horse. It's pseudo-imposed with the design of a man. It's not quite a centaur as you look at it, but it can easily be mistaken as such a thing. More importantly, however, is you recognize this design. You recognize the runes carved into the dais. You recognize the ancient symbology and letters and runic symbols, and even the very shape in which this metal has been fashioned. This is an artifact of your god, Father Centaurius.
These sons of bitches.
He pulls it out and he sets it up.
Ah, yes. It is what you're looking for, is it not? Very old, I can tell this is. It's very ancient.
Yeah, I look at it and glance at it and kind of try to pick it up if he'll let me.
He produces it almost out of nowhere. He produces a very long ruler and smacks your hand as you reach for it.
Many things in here you can look and touch. This is look but don't touch, unless I say otherwise. But I must apologize. Perhaps there was an overreaction on my part. Now, you must understand, this is very rare, very old, very expensive.
I can see that. It looks heavy for you.
Oh, it is quite heavy, but I... much stronger than one might think I am.
What he says that almost comes across as a threat.
Oh, this bastard, I'm just a little nobody. I'm not gonna hurt no one.
Ow. Now, my friend, my good friend, Mr. Burton, For an object like this, I will believe no fewer than 30,000 scales would be applicable. Very rare, this very priceless even, but for your lovely wife. Yes, 30,000.
And you know, just kind of based on be able to transition that price into coin, you're roughly looking at the equivalent of 10 coin, 10 to 13 coin.
Can't even hold that many.
No, you cannot.
Oh, cool. May use Bound in Darkness. That's like can talk to each other telepathically, right?
Before we do that, though, I want to go. If we're going to be doing that, I want to jump back a little bit because we talked very briefly about getting that. And there's a certain little aspect we've overlooked.
There is.
There is. You are all bound in darkness. That cannot be denied. How did you do the binding?
How do we do the binding?
So I think we should perhaps have a little flashback here. What ritual or other arcane means did you use to place yourselves under these effects?
Let everyone else decide this. I've been talking too much.
And anyone can enter in on this one. Like we're way beyond just Mr. Rayford. Uh-oh.
What do we lose?
We just lost Boo Boo. Welcome back, Boo Boo.
Boo Boo has returned.
And so, to read again here, Bound in Darkness. By what occult means does your teamwork manifest over distance? How is it strange or disturbing? By what ritualistic method are cult members initiated into this ability? That last sentence is what I want to focus on with our flashback here right now. What did you do? How did you do it? Oh, come now, speak up, don't be shy.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Very good. Yeah.
Shutting up for right now. I want to give everyone a chance to talk.
Yeah, like I said, anyone can have a bit of input on this. This is no longer just a Rayford thing. We are moving beyond that.
What do we do?
Yep, so
The blood oath that we commit a sacrifice?
I would be for a blood oath. That makes a lot of sense given our yes.
very cool. How did this blood oath look? How was it performed?
Very simple. I would posit that everyone who partook was brought to the inner part of our divine sanctum of the train car numero uno.
Underneath it.
And therefore, we had laid out a very suave marker, an icon bearing a singular facet at every cardinal of the sphere of the entire Harrowed Council. And in doing so, bound us all as our own as one. Like dollar bills. But anyway, so upon doing so here, everyone would be made to, in their own way, because we'd respect their someone help me out here. Individuality, diversity. We respect the diversity of our members and the different gods they serve as part of the Harrowed Council, of course. And so everyone, in their own way, would commit part of their own blood to an intercardinal matching their deity. And in doing so, would bind them to it, and therefore binding them to the Harrowed Council as an entity itself. And in doing so, we would be made whole. Singular, as it were.
Did I get this is other shit?
Interesting.
Whatever that thing is, where they cut their hands and shake hands.
So yeah, was it like
It's
that?
Not very.
I was thinking,
not very sanitary, but we could do that in certain situations. Yeah, that would make sense if you're so inclined.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, making my skin really thin and making it bleed.
So, yeah. So is it a matter of like blood bonding? Was it a matter of pouring your own blood into a chalice?
Blood into a, I don't know about necessarily chalice, but a how would we put something like so on the as like an icon? What do you guys think? Would we like burn it into the ground, or would we like make like a little effigy sort of thing? I didn't really think about that. I thought we'd just like draw the symbol on like the train car and
That works too.
I was just thinking I'd probably kill us then, but just we all stand a symbol of the circle and we just filled it with our blood, as in we all let.
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah, it was like a marker, and then as we filled it with our blood, it filled in the actual points in it, so the symbol is actually formed of our own blood and magic stuff.
I dig
It's
it.
perfect. Good idea.
I like it. So just somewhere in your lair, there's currently a wall that just has this symbol, this blood-soaked art piece, essentially, hanging upon it.
Yes, the innermost train car of the Harrowed Council has the symbol upon it forevermore.
Very nice. I like it. Now, here's another question. Did any of your little minions partake of this as well?
We have two. We only have 3 minions. No, we have 5. We have the 2 guys. I don't think they believe
Let's
in us.
see.
Do they believe in us?
It says that we may use teamwork with any cult member. That would imply that any of our, like anyone we could contact to call upon for assistance would have partook in this. I do believe, yes, or is that up to our discretion?
Yep. Anyone who partakes in that is a member of your cult ostensibly would be able to.
So we can choose which cult members are worthy to be a part of this, right?
Essentially, yes. So all your cohorts, anyone else who is like connected, any other believers of your cult that partakes in this ritual will be able to be contacted by Bound and Dark.
At least our cohorts.
Besides the E, I don't know. I mean, we barely know our followers enough to trust them. I don't think either of them have showed enough dedication to the cause.
Yes, but this would bind them to us in a way that would implore them to be more for the cause. So it might be a good opportunity.
I mean, they're 3 drug addicts, and
We're a cult, man. We're not gonna take the cream of the crop.
all right, good point. And will that freak them out? Because I have them in the cult because they're scared and they haven't really.
If they took part in it, they would.
They'll be scared to do it, I think.
Let's see. Well, if we're taking a flashback here, question. So they're, if I recall correctly, there's actually a clock where they're like still drugged and freaked out over this all. Yes,
the very first clock. Reason never takes fear.
Would we be able? Yeah, there it is. Would we be able to encourage them that by partaking in this ritual, we would be able to support them in times of need, and thus, let me see. I need to think about how I'm wording this carefully here. Can we use that to basically backtrack on the clock here to put them more into our sphere of influence? Demand that they follow suit with this, that will bind them to us, where we can use that to offer them protection in times of need, but it will also put them more into the service of ourselves and the Harrowed Council by extension here.
Referring to Curls and Curdwin, where the reason overtakes the clock?
Yes, those
Yes.
two. Those guys.
Also, the clairvoyant girl. Well, I don't think she's a member, but she's just sticking around because she has nowhere else to be.
Really haven't touched. Well, you really haven't. No one's really spoken with her a lot.
I
She
was
does
planning
sort
to
of-
talk to them, but I'm gonna do that
Well-
before the party.
Oh yeah, Curls and Curb have basically been hanging around, kind of waiting on orders, eating your food, that kind of stuff. Emily has been a little bit more ethereal in her presence. You see her, but she's always kind of moving somewhere, going in and out of eyesight, things like that.
Stand still, god damn it.
So, Curls and Curd win. Yes. Yeah, so the two of them, you approach them with this information. Curls, they both, honestly, are kind of unnerved by it a little bit.
You want us to mix our blood in here with your blood?
I don't know. Cuz, what do you think? I don't know. It's weird. You can tell they are very kind of deeply unsettled by this idea you put forth for them.
Is anyone?
Okay, I'll go for it. Cell kind of approaches at this point, makes himself a little bit more known. You are hesitant. I do not understand why.
It's just you brought us in here and talk about keeping us safe and all that stuff, but I don't know about. I just don't know about this, Chief. This is getting. This just has like all kinds of bad magic all over it.
And you believe that running will save you from this magic? That it will not find you sooner or perhaps later?
If I don't touch it, it won't touch me. That's always. It's like fire. You don't play with it, you can't get burned.
The ashes of forests of the past beg to differ. The magic will find you sooner or perhaps later, but it will find you. You may face it alone, or you may face it under our protection.
I don't like this, Cardwin. I don't like this at all. No.
Your eyes have been opened to the truth, a truth you could not before see. The danger has always been there, for you, for us, for all. Knowing about it does not make you any less safe. Standing by those who can shape it, however, will join us, and we will guide you.
Give me a sway roll here. I have a devil's bargain for you.
Ooh! Hippie.
Me too.
I like to imagine he made that sound.
I love devil's bargains. Doesn't everyone?
Ketch will stand there like, you don't understand. Then, ooh.
That was out of character. He doesn't make that kind of sound in character. Anyway, good sir, what is the devil's bargain?
Devil's bargain. Should they accept? Should they go through with this? They will look to you personally for protection. They will believe you will keep them safe from harm. They believe you We'll keep all manner of bad things from happening to them.
And
And if you don't, they will lose faith immediately.
Sounds like loose ends to me.
I'll take it.
I like it.
No guts, no galaxy. All right, so let's see. Refresh my memory with Devil's Bardens here. Is someone allowed to assist me in this action whatsoever?
Yes. Someone can still give you an assist die, but you cannot push yourself now.
I will assist with this because I need to strike some fear into these guys.
How do you assist?
Yes.
I kind of approached them and be like, hasn't the council been very good to you two? Be a good show of faith, wouldn't it not?
To be honest, we haven't had much happen to us, but I guess that's kind of the point.
Or safe. No one can hurt you.
All right. What is the position and effect for this rule?
Risky step.
This is standard.
We still had the important one.
This is true. Let's see. So I get 1 die for assisting. And you said we're not allowed to, or I'm not allowed to push as I'm taking the Devil's Bargain. Am I allowed to trade position for effect on this?
Yes, you can, and I think you can still push yourself for effect, just not an extra die.
Gotcha. We're already kind of at maximum outcome. I don't really think there's too much more I can get out of it. Okay, so I'll trade position for effect. I'll go with Desperate. What'd that do? Desperate Great then?
That'd be Desperate Great.
Okay, that would be Desperate Great, and then plus 1 die for the assist, I believe.
Yes, and plus 1 die for the Devil's Bargain.
Okay.
With the assist, what do I roll something? Or
No.
is he, okay.
You take
You just take 1 stress.
1 stress.
Cool.
1 stress.
Got it.
Okay, and I 2 bonus dice, sway, this, that.
Believe in you. Better than me.
Hell!
The Yahtzee, right?
It's really the perfect night for it. I really can't even be upset about it. It's literally the perfect night for this.
2-2-2.
Unfortunately, that does not go over well. No, I'm sorry, but I don't think we're going to be doing that. We're here.
Question.
We're here to help. We're here to work. We're here to work with you all. And I guess that some stuff comes from that, but no. If we stay clear of this magic stuff as much as possible, it can't get to us. That's what the church has always said.
Am I allowed to resist this consequence whatsoever, or is that no? Yes,
you are allowed to. You only so what this the consequence effect here has been essentially I've massively ticked up the reason overtakes fear clock.
Okay, so the clock's actually gone up a lot. You said there's one second. Let me pull this up in here.
The clock has gained 4 dots total. You will be able to resist up to 2 of them.
Okay. Let's see. So, alternatively, could I resist the consequence of? Let's see. There's 2 of them. Could I? Let's see. Which one is which? Could I try to convince one? Could I resist and try to convince one into taking a leap of faith on it and not the other?
Unfortunately, not. No.
Damn it.
Not with a. That would have been the consequence of like limited effect. You only get one and not the other. This was just
Okay,
a
that's
flat
fair.
out fail.
Okay, I gotcha. Fair enough.
I think a cult's hard.
Nah, I'll just leave it like it is then. I'll just take the fall.
freak him out later. Don't worry.
I was gonna threaten them actually, but then kind of start moving into another action, so I'll leave it for now. We're keeping with the theme of difficulties for tonight, so I'm content.
Yes. All right. Well, unfortunately, that is all there is to it, I suppose.
Yeah, I think Katsiel looks like a little bit disappointed and maybe like sneers at them before kind of like turning away with like a swish of his coat, like guys do when they're upset in movies, and then just kind of like stalks off to go brood somewhere. And yeah, but that's a great flashback, everyone.
For more.
Say what now?
Then nevermore.
Nevermore. Nah. So, was Curls and Curdwin the only ones you wanted to work on? Or?
I do not trust Emily very well.
I thought we were gonna
Right.
have William and Theodore join for sure.
Are they? Do they believe in it, or are they just like, hey, this is
They
work?
are loyal, so I would assume they would be interested.
William and Theodore were, as I recall, granted to you as sort of a sort of like a little favor from Lord Matthias Klein. They're not adepts in the sense that they are mystical or magical or cultish. They are thinkers, tinkerers, scholars, that sort of. That said, they are loyal, are they not? Let me have a look here. They are. One is loyal, the other is inventive. One is wild, the other is vomit.
Yeah, we picked that. I guess one of them does it, or
Theodore. I think you could possibly wrap up one into your little scheme here.
That's fair.
You know, whether or not you get the other, that might be the result of the roll. But given their nature, I'm pretty sure you have far less to worry about if you were to try to make a roll with them.
yeah, I mean, they're gonna stay around either way. This is Duskwall. Where do you think they're gonna find more work?
I'm sorry?
Duskwall. You think they're gonna find jobs here?
True enough.
Everyone's a criminal.
So
See, wrong.
you approach them. You approach either of them. How does that plan out, gentlemen?
I'm willing to try them out. There's no big consequence if we don't.
So what do you
Yeah,
say?
okay. I was gonna like peek my head into their little workshop, and I'm like, "Does any of you want to partake in our ceremony?"
You don't really have a workshop in your setup yet, but it was like, I think they would have like carved out a little area for themselves.
Got another train car for themselves.
Yeah. William looks very confused by what suggestion, but Theodore stands up. Sir, how can we help you?
Well, we're conducting a trust exercise.
Trust exercise, sir.
Yes, it's just a very simple bonding experience. Trust me, we will be very. I lean closer into him, was like, very close friends afterwards.
He's very off-put by you getting that close to him. I see, sir. He like takes a step back. Well, what do we have to do? William is William is only like half listening to conversation. He's like flipping through a book or notepad he has in his hand.
Oh, it's just very simple. You just need to draw some blood.
Draw some blood.
Yes, not something dangerous, just a small amount. We're gonna get making a mess. I clean it up. Yeah, it's pretty much. Is this a problem to you? Are you afraid of needles? We can easily fix that situation.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
If he's being like hesitant and you're like, I'm like, well, I'm suggesting like, why is he not just saying yes already? Like, are you afraid of needles? Are you scared of your own blood?
No. Not particularly, sir. Just strikes me as a bit of an odd thing.
Well, Dustclaw is very full of colorful characters. Don't you agree?
It is.
Let me just reassure you, this is nothing bad. If it affects you, it will affect all of us too. We are in this together.
I suppose you're all right about that. All right, I suppose I can give it a shot.
Very good. And for you, I turn to the other one.
Yeah, William looks up. I don't know about that one, boss. It doesn't seem necessary.
True, but it would be nice to participate in council for a while. Don't you agree?
What the hell? Give it a shot, I guess. You're like,
hey!
He'll close up his little binder, his little book, whatnot, and participate in it. And both are immediately reeling on the floor, kind of semi-horror, as they are now experiencing the effects of this ritual in their mind for the first time.
Did they do it? Did they already a part
Oh, yeah,
of
they did it. Yeah, they did it. They participated. They went through with it, and they hear you in their heads. And it's horrifying them.
Oh, okay. Does the specific thoughts we could choose taken here, or it's just whatever? If we focus on like, all right, I'm gonna do this.
This was a question we had last time, if I remember correctly.
I would imagine it'd be like, if I focus on it, it'll alert the party or whatever. That's what's mostly what I want to do right when we get back to the present. Immediately kick off the heist.
By using teamwork maneuvers. Yeah. I said, by taking one stress, your whispered message is heard by every cultist.
Everyone who participates in the ritual will hear this.
Yes, I think that was definitely something we had previously determined.
It won't really affect them. They'll be like, hey, this is clearly a them thing, so let's just not go.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm guessing with these two guys, they'll be like, hey, they're probably just will tell us, they'll call us out directly if this is one of the things. I doubt they're gonna be like, alright, we're gonna go help you with the heist in person now.
Alright.
Alright.
Yep, so are you just kind of leaving them to kind of sort themselves out, or you help them out, or?
Can I... No, it's not. Okay. Can I roll a tune to see if there's something compelling them spiritually? Is there any way I can figure out using a tune to help them in a much safer way?
Yeah, you could tell, like, it's kind of... You're now linked with them, bound in darkness with them.
Alright, what's my position?
Risky great, I'll say.
Risky great. Be good. Oh my god, are these dice broken? What the fuck?
Yes, keep the memes going.
This is the oh my god.
This is the greatest night of our lives.
I'm
Nice,
horrified.
we dine in hell.
We have literally not rolled above a 3 all night. Let's go.
This is
Do a heist
horrifying.
too.
I'm starting a clock. I'm have to start a clock.
God damn it.
Is it like when our bad luck runs out and we get a free sit and everybody in the party gets a free like 6 roll that they can spend a fate point however they like?
It's when the Roll20 game gets deleted.
When a different cult finishes their ritual,
So,
ends the world.
Will and Theo vanish.
Oh! Well, it's very important to us.
Horrified by the Bound in Darkness ritual, these two are liable to leave the party, essentially.
No.
How do you remove clocks again?
You have to use a downtime action to try and
Not it.
essentially undo it. Like I said at the beginning of last downtime, these clocks aren't just things that are happening. They're things you can also influence. You can speed them up, slow them down, depending on how you interface with them. The Will and Theo clock is something you can work on. Just like the reasons overtake reason overtakes fear clock is something you can work to walk back.
I got a lot of things to walk back. Can you roll a 4, please? I'm not asking for a 5 or a 6, just a 4.
You asked for much.
I'm asking too much. Alright. What was their reaction to this? Trying to speak through them, through their voice, through...
They just become more something about what you do fails, just horrifies them even more. Like, you attempt to, like, soothe them, calm them, make them more pliable to this thing you've done. Essentially just...
breaks them more.
Yeah. It's... To use a overused and dying meme at this point, you're essentially a biblically accurate angel saying, "Be not afraid."
Perfect.
Yeah, and they are very afraid.
Turns to everyone else, I'm like, this is something I said.
Now,
I guess they'll
With
resolve
that-
down.
with that resolve, we cut back to the Moonlight Antiques. And what is it you are? How are you reaching out to your friends, your cohorts?
I'm gonna focus and think. I'm pretty sure I found it. Pretty much telling them like, hey, that thing that Blue Man Group was telling. I keep forgetting his fucking name. Mattias Klein was telling us about. I'm pretty certain I found it. And we're trying to like get your asses to the Moonlight place right now. Pretty much it. Just pretty much giving everybody like, hey.
So how do you all react to that?
Going. Gathering the boys and going. Yes. Someone back me up on this.
Songbird, Boo Boo, are you alive? I hate to ask like that, but
I'm trying to be quiet so you guys can have
The
some time.
backup is in your heart.
What's that mean?
You know. Smile and be merry.
you hear a very faint panicking over your mental connection as well, by the way.
Not afraid.
I'll help it. What do I need to do? I need to attune?
Nah.
That's just them freaking out. It's like, oh shit, where are these voices coming from?
Can I add my own voice to the voices they're hearing?
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
continue to freak out. And now the voices are telling jokes.
Perfect.
Hey, that's a great way. Just tell them jokes telepathically until they're happy.
Hey.
Keep rolling sixes on jokes.
What is the what did the ephemeral voice say to the other ephemeral voices?
What do they say?
They said, "You need to work on your act." Yeah, that wasn't a very good one.
I wanted a position of. I think we needed a position and effect on this one, GM here.
Desperate.
Can we have a no effect fortune roll for that, please?
I think it's a desperate action.
Oh, my face hurts from smiling so much. I just want you all to know that.
It's good. That's a good thing. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I'm having a great time. Oh no, did Matthew's machine break again? No,
Oh, I'm
not
still
like
here.
this. Oh, okay.
He's processing that a wonderful joke.
Honestly, I didn't get it this time around.
I didn't either.
Nope, I no.
Like, it just kind of went over my head this time.
I think that was the point.
Possibly.
I think it's funny in the idea that he's just using this to practice jokes now.
Yeah, I'm at it.
So everyone hears you practicing jokes now. But yes, is everyone going to the Moonlight Place now to acquire this artifact from this little goblin man?
Yes, Tatsiel is on the way. Is in transit, as they say.
You guys can take the boat. Get here faster.
I assume we will take the boat here. Who else is everyone going?
Sure, I'll tag along with Ketsil.
Yeah, my man.
Hello.
I forgot the name I was using.
Chet Brunsworth. It was something really. It was something really generic, and I can't remember what it was now. Yeah.
As we're boarding the boat, I would like to make a joke.
Go ahead.
What is what is a sailor's favorite workout routine?
I am unfamiliar with the workout routines of sailors in these parts.
One which focuses on the anchor.
I get that one.
I got it. Yep, that would make sense.
Truly, your intellect is supreme.
It's perfect.
Now, meanwhile, at Moonlight Antiques, Craver is still like staring up at you.
Hey, buddy, you've been standing there for like 30 minutes. Have anything to say?
Oh, jeez. I'm just thinking.
It feels like 30 minutes anyway. I don't know. I don't have a watch. Oh, yes, I do.
He pulls out this really ornate and ancient-looking watch.
Yeah, it's been like 3. So, but seriously, you gonna buy it?
Oh, well, I'm just thinking what the old wife will say. I mean, it is a pretty one. Did you remember the name I was using for this character? Because I already forgot.
The name of this character was John T. Burton.
Burton, that's what it was. Barry Burton. I was looking at Half-Life stuff, that's why I said Burton. But yes, pretty much like it's like I'm telling my, you know what? I think I should ask the wife about it. Because you don't want to go with a gift she doesn't want. Sleeping on the streets anyway, you know what happened then? Gets shanked and died. Or a way to get a divorce, don't you agree?
Because I'm not buying it.
Oh no, I did not say that. I did not say I was not buying. I said I need to get a second opinion on it. You know what? Can you hold it for me? That thing you do at this establishment, this fine establishment.
No, it's not, frankly. Look, if it's still here when you can come back with the money and buy them, it's still here. But I ain't holding on to this just for you, buddy. I'm trying to run a business here, not a charity.
He like pulls it back down, starts dragging it back underneath the table, back to the other side. He yells out to you as he's going,
Still, something like this might be here a while, might not be. I would really think about your options if you're really interested in getting it.
I kind of like scratch my head like, oh, jeez, oh man, this is you're putting me against the wall here, buddy. I mean, oh, jeez. Can you at least tell me the price of it? Oh, wait, you already did. Never mind. Price was like what, 10 coin?
I'm sorry, the price?
The price was 10 coin, right?
Essentially, yes. Yeah.
The price just, that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money for a decoration, you know? Does he respond to the word decoration from this item?
No.
He just... quick question. How long by boat would it be?
No, it's a little more. It took you a few hours to get here on foot.
Yeah.
It's not going to take them much more than an hour to get here on by boat. You can see on the map the waterways, as well as boats just being faster than foot, the waterways are much more direct route.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good way to stall him. I kind of look around like, how often do you get, some customers in here? Because this is a really hard time for me to find this place.
Buddy, this is a shop. This is an antique shop, not a coffee shop. You want conversation? head to the hound races.
Okay, man. Just wondering. I was thinking how quickly I need to run back here.
He crawls back out from under the table.
Look, if you want to buy something, I'll talk about buying. I'm not here to talk small talk with you about the rest of my business. You're not a buyer. You're not a blue coat. You're a nobody. Now pick up something and put it on the counter. Pick up your feet and put them on the street.
Alright, fine then. I'm gonna just head back to fuck, what's the expensive place? I keep forgetting words today. My brain's just going empty. Was it white? The
What
rich
is it you're
people
thinking about?
place where the Dimmer sisters are nearby in the Klein estate.
Well, the Brightstone?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, keep in mind, your
Fine.
fellows are on the way. They describe themselves as being on the way via boat. Some of them, anyway. I don't know about Songbird.
I'm trying to figure out a way to make him change his mind. Hold on, man. Let's talk about. I'm trying to get him to haggle. Obviously, he does not give a shit. Shit. How do I stall a fucking this Watto ass looking motherfucker?
This Watto ass.
In that case, I'm.
What type of person is he? Appeal to that.
He's a Takaroshi for sure. The way his appearance and whatnot, there's no way he's not Takaroshi.
All right, so he's a shrewd businessman. Can you play into that in some way?
He's a Takaros. Then we'll look at him like, hey, are you from Takaros?
Nah, I'm from Skullfland. Can't you tell by my bushy red beard?
Oh, yes, it's a very nice beard.
Have you celebrated Leif Erikson today?
I just want to ask. I have a Takarosi friend, and sure loves mating other Takarosis. A wealthy fellow too. Lives over in Redstone. Has to keep himself secret though.
So, what was that?
Pretty much like saying, like, yeah, I know a rich Takarosi from Brightstone. Likes to keep himself secret though, so you've probably never heard of him.
So, one more time. Something's happening on my end again.
I pretty much told him, like, hey, I know a rich Takarosi that lives in Brightstone. Likes to keep himself secret, so you probably never heard. I'm pretty much like trying to pin down to be like, hey, I know some rich people. And I might send this way.
Yeah. You're talking about Lord Hurl, right?
Is there a lore roll I can roll?
You can give a fortune roll, see if you've heard of.
Wouldn't it be like study?
Yes, would it be study? Can I roll study? I know anything about lore.
You know, honestly, Consort might be the better fortune roll for that right there. But
good.
maybe study. That is a good one actually.
I have 2 in both, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think like using Consort as sort of the hey, I know around town sort of rule makes the most sense actually. I think it's good use.
Right, which one? Which position? Fortune?
Yeah. Make a fortune roll.
Oh my god, a 5!
Oh, we got a 5.
Finally.
The curse is broken.
So he's referring to Lord. Sorry, Papa's blocking my view. I'm trying to type here. To Lord Tommel Pearl. He is a Takarosi, and he is actually a fairly semi-important, if minor, noble that does live in Brightstone. He's a he's a vassal house of the not Rowans, the The Dunville estate.
I guess if I rolled a 6, you would have told me more about his personality.
Well, I'm not quite done yet.
Oh, alright.
He's not much for... He is a fairly reclusive figure in and of himself, but he does work quite a bit out of the silver market. He seems to spend a lot of time there sorting through things, and he actually is said on occasion to make trips down into night market.
All the information I get.
That's all you know offhand about the man. You know you would also probably know the location of his estate, but not much else about it.
Alright. I'll be like, yeah, matter of fact, I'm working for him at the moment, and he told me, hey, find a nice establishment. I'm looking for some unique items, and while you're at it, while you're looking for something for your wife, you know, just chit and chat at the office. Pretty much telling him, like, I'm pretty much a new hire for him.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Nah, you were here for Lord Harrowed, you'd be asking very different questions.
Hey, I said he told me to look for stores. He didn't tell me to look for something. He told me to look for something. I would have came out the gate saying I was looking for something for him. I just told him I was going to the night market, and he said, "Hey, keep an eye out for something for me." To say I had to look for something for him.
Nah, that's not how Hurl operates. And now I know you're up to something. I know people come in here trying to pretend to be someone they're not.
Beg your pardon, sir. I don't understand what you mean by this.
You're here saying you're looking for something, now you're saying you're looking for Lord Hurl after I mention it. Now you're talking stuff from the way people who work for Hurl don't talk. So this is how I know you're trying to fool me, you're trying to trick me.
Wait, okay, I can see. Figure out how to phrase this better. This might require a fucking good sway roll in a minute.
It will. It will. You're gonna have to like talk your way out of this one here.
I hold my hands up. Hold on. I want to say this right now. I am a God-fearing man, and I will not tell a lie. I tell you, sir. I told you I was here to shop for my wife. Now, I didn't say I was shopping for Lord Earl. I said I was looking for stores for him. Now, this could be a two-way goal. I'm just saying, I'm looking for an antique for my wife, and also trying to help my boss out by finding new unique stores. Now, I didn't know you worked for him. Now, I apologize for that. Now, I just want to get out the gates. I just, just browsing stores. Do that sort of thing. Tell your friends about it. Say, hey, I bought this brand new thing from this store over here. You should check it out too. This way. I tell him that my goal is not. I wasn't doing something for Lord Hurl. I was saying like, hey, I knew the guy, and he said, hey, you find a store I don't know about, tell me, because it's night market. There's shit pops up everywhere.
You're a sway roll.
How you describe night market as a fucking maze? You're gonna find weird shit eventually.
Night market's where you're gonna find weird shit 100%. So let's see
I had this
Sorry?
joke. I had this joke I've been trying to say, but for when I'm ads for is like, oh, my favorite store back home only showed up every third Tuesday of every month. This is saying stores disappear at Tecaros.
That's entirely possible.
That's my position.
I think you have. I think you're trying to save face here, so I think you're starting at a desperate position.
Ooh. Gives me XP,
I'll give you a standard effect though. You're convinced. You're real. We already know this, but you guys are you especially are really trained at being.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, he's playing an idiot.
The memes, Jack.
Solid.
Yeah. Oh, it's a 4. Oh, it's even better than I thought. Oh, cool.
Yes. So yeah, with that roll, I'm gonna start a clock.
God, he's gonna kick me
I'm
out.
not gonna start a clock, but I will say you succeed, but he is very suspicious. Essentially having his eye on you, and possibly more for a long time to come.
Oh boy. 3 foot tall goblin man's gonna haunt me the rest of my life. He's gonna haunt John C. Burton, that is. How much time do I have left till they get here, by the way?
Oh, this conversation is barely taking like another 5 minutes. Essentially, you just need to, you essentially just need to leave the store and then come back.
You said that in a way like you're gonna leave the store and your people are coming back any second.
No, I said you're gonna go to Brightstone.
No, I'm telling him I was from Brightstone.
Okay, might be my bad then. I might have misunderstood you there.
I was like, oh shit, I gotta stall him now? God damn. Yes, okay. As he's a little suspicious of me, I'm like, alright, you know what? I need to smoke. You're stressing me out. I'm just gonna walk out and try to get the wife, and I'll come back.
Alright.
And as I'm gonna walk out the store,
You should bring some money when you do come.
I kind of look at it and like, what makes you think I don't have the money right now?
I'm not hearing it. Like taps his large ears.
I kind of like brush him off. I was like, yeah, you wait, sir. I have the money. I have more coin than you can count. But today, I'll be back in an hour or so. I kind of just shut the door and just find a good spot so I can know how to get back to the store.
It's not hard to find. Like at this point,
Fun.
making your way down there is gonna be making your way back won't be too hard. I think you've kind of gotten over your initial sense of weird vertigo after coming down this way. You're overall fairly good to go.
All right.
So the rest of the crew, time passes, and the rest of the crew does make their way to you, or at least the rest of the crew that said they were coming. So who all was that again?
I came.
Ketsiel is present.
And which one of the remaining two made their appearance?
Are you there?
Zal?
Yeah.
Which one's making their appearance, or if any?
No, I'm waiting to do my own gather information.
You're gonna gather your own information.
Oh. Perhaps you should take a little bit of a cutaway then. Now we have a little bit of a break, and yeah, what are you doing?
Go on their scene still.
Honestly, I'm building their scene up to head right into the score, man. That's where I see this going from this point forward.
I think I have enough stress to deal with that. Yeah, I only have 2 stress marked.
I'm trying kind of interested in what Songbird Viper might be up to. That way we can start thinking about how to tie everything together once we get to that point. So
That's my thought as well.
Yeah. I'm talking way too much this session, and I apologize. Forgot to add stress for the darkness.
Just going with the score then.
Just go to the score then?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes. Are there any other comments from the group before we could start making this roll? I guess. Well, actually, we are kind of out of time.
30 minutes.
Yeah, we have 30 minutes.
It's like it's just one guy who can phone rush him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I said yes.
You do it quickly one. Can do flashback, like just flashbacks to for our items, right?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. You can flash back to you guys trying to acquire anything you need. It's only during a score that it requires like actual stress to be spent.
I got my plan ready.
Well, with time being what it is, unless there's anything you all want to discuss before moving on to this, I think we should wrap up session here, and then start off the very beginning of next session with our engagement roll.
I think that'd be a good place to cut it. Yeah. If no one else has anything else they want to do, certainly.
My plan involves you guys going in there first, trying to buy it.
We'll figure that out through like engagement and stuff. I'm sure we'll come up. We'll jump up a plan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that said, then let's run through experience.
Oh yeah, I forgot we gotta do this.
Yes. So, starting with the cult, the crew experience, you advance the agenda of your deity to embody its precepts in action.
We are advancing towards the artifact we're currently looking at acquiring, so I would say to some extent here, yes.
That's kind of how I want to read that as well, because so much of a cult really is not going to be just about Thor. So yeah,
it's a little ritual.
Exactly. Technically, you did bind a lot of people into your little ritual there. 2 is a lot by some standards. Well, your current standards.
It's about 50% of our active main A team, so yeah, I would say so.
If you contend with challenges above your current station.
I don't know if I would really go that far. At least not yet. Maybe when we get to
party.
score.
Maybe, yeah. Fravor could be using the tier level of night market, but yeah, at the moment it's not really worth it. We'll think about that more at the end of next score. Do you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
What's our current reputation? We're working on business like.
Current reputation is still brutal, and I kind of think it has been maybe a bit of a excuse me. It kind of has been a bit of a mislabeling at this point.
haven't really been too brutal here yet. No, unfortunately not yet here. I might want to change that next time, but we'll leave that to next time.
Perhaps you worked on developing a new one?
Not especially here. If anything, we may have put another tick in business like here, just given Rayford's gathering with the Takarosi businessman, but that's about the most I could say here. I'm not 100% sure if I would count that just yet. Because we haven't really done anything with it, per se.
If we buy it from him, then yes, but if we're gonna rob him, then it might switch to brutal.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll pass on that one for now, then.
All right. So express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Do you count that talking to our cultist then?
I would say so. I think that could be. If a goal of your crew is to bring as many, a goal has always been sort of bring people into the cult. You would try that. You would try that very explicitly with the thugs and try to wrap the adepts in with it as well.
I get them deeper into it.
Excuse me. Yeah, so good mark one experience for that as well. And now we'll move on to characters. Rayford, your experience.
No, that's not
I'm
me.
sorry?
That's not me.
That is not you, I'm afraid. We'll get to you. Rayford, we're starting with you.
Did I challenge with deception or influence?
Now, first off, have you made any desperate rolls?
I did. I did one. First desperate.
Yes. So experience for desperate rolls gets put immediately into the appropriate XP track assigned to that skill. Such as way, so it would be 1 dot into result.
I put it in there.
So now we can actually go through the rest of the experience.
Address a challenge with deception or influence. I'm trying to deceive this businessman into thinking I'm just a random Joe Schmo trying to buy a gift for his wife. Not knowing Not knowing it's an artifact of some foreign god. I don't know how to describe what this artifact does.
It's unknown what this artifact does at the moment.
Yeah.
But that said, they also have to keep in mind you did attempt to use influence to bring the adepts in, and did succeed. It wasn't a roll for it, but I thought that was fairly good, decent role playing there for it. So
I'm gonna put both of them in insight.
Do you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Drives, heritage, or background. No, I only showed this personation's beliefs, but I'm not counting that as Rayford's. I mentioned Tekaros, but I did not mention I was from Tekaros, so no. I'm going to put a hard no on that.
All right. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
No.
Fortunately. Ketchal.
Yes, I am he. Let's see. For the desperate action, I took 1 this time here. I did mark a tick in it as appropriate.
I'm not seeing it.
That is because I leveled up as a result here, and I have marked a new point into the command trait as a result.
Beautiful. It's actually an appropriate upgrade for that, based on what you were doing as well.
Indeed. I was originally thinking about improving my swaying capacity, but it makes a little bit more sense for him to be more commanding here. He's taking the dark path. We'll see how that plays out later.
I like that. I always like that. Now.
Let's see. Did I address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power? Let's see. I don't think that could be argued for, given my discussion with Cece or whatever their names are, the cohorts there, Curls and Kerdwin. I don't think I could make that argument here, so I'll ignore that one for the time being here. Let's see. Did I express my beliefs, Strive's heritage, or background? Yes, as a matter of fact, I did express a. I guess it could be stated to be a belief here, given the description of magic and the ethereal when trying to convince the aforementioned Curls and Kerdwin, whose names I can totally remember. So I would say there's a little bit of expression going on there.
I would argue so, yes.
Yep. Struggled with issues from vice or traumas during the session, and that is going to be a hard neg. I did not have any such struggling this time yet. And that'll do it. Much like whipped cream, a little dab will do it. Wait, sour cream. Same thing. Okay, next.
D, that would be vice and traumas, which so that takes us on to Bartholomew Bordeaux.
I haven't done anything. I've told jokes.
Unfortunately, yeah,
yeah, I'm
I'll
sorry.
shut up next session so you two guys can shine.
I mean, if you want, I can take a point of experience for jokes. Can I take? If I take 2 points of experience for jokes, I get to advance my character.
There was one. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not even gonna be.
I would say there's probably an argument for like one good point in there though, because you did. I mean, joking. The laughing god is kind of your main thing there, so I would argue for 1 point in that area.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Indeed, you and Katzel had a very bond building scene there when we were going after Rayford and the.
Yeah.
I forget the location here, but yeah, you did. We did have a very good bond building scene there. I would say that counts.
Of course.
all right. That's going to be the end of this session, then, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And since we were closing out just a little bit early today, but such is the nature of things, especially with the issues we've been having today, it seems. Subscribe to Valkyrie. Follow Valkyrie. Follow us. Subscribe. Follow. Enjoy. That is all we ask of you. We will be back with more later. We will actually get to a score later. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night.